Hi everyone, my name is Dakshata and I'm your social science educator on Study Room. The chapter that we will be covering in this video is chapter number 2 of our geography book, Physical Features of India. Okay, what do you understand by physical features? What are physical features? So, the term physical is used when we're talking about appearances, right? How does one thing look like? For example, if you're talking about a book, okay, suppose this is a book, what is the appearance of this book? Is it thick? Is it thin? It has 20 pages, 40 pages. It is paper bag or it is hardcover. So the appearances are basically physical nature of anything. Okay. In this video, we will be learning about physical features of India. Okay. So in this chapter, we will discuss what are the different physical features of India. Now, you must be thinking how we can see physical features. Physical features are quite visible to us. For example, if I talk about mountains, so you can draw mountains. If I talk about forest or maybe land, so you can draw a land. If I talk about deserts, so you can draw how deserts look to you. Okay, and if I talk about island, for example, so how is island placed? Let's take Lakshadweep for example. So these are physical features of a landmass. Okay, different features. It's mountain, it's island. But what are the difference? How mountains are formed in that place, and why not desert? So we will be covering in this chapter all the physical features of India. Let's start. Starting with a very brainstorming question, you'll have to put your brain into this. Tell me, how are diverse physical features an advantage for India? Because we all know that India has diverse landmass, right? We have mountains, we have islands, we have plateaus. Okay, so what do you think it's advantage of having such diverse physical features? Well, there are many advantages that we will study in upcoming slides, but few of them are one that we have different landmass. Okay, we have mountains, so we have place called beaches as well. We have islands as well. Okay, so we have diverse landmass. So culturally, we are very diverse, and geographically, we are even more diverse. Okay. Second thing is there are different kind of natural resources that are available to us because of the physical features of our country. Because of how diverse physical features are, we get many different kinds of natural resources. Third, it helps us in trading. Okay, so for trade route, it helps us to provide better routes for trading. Okay, sorry for my flowy handwriting. I hope you get. Next is let's start with the introduction of our country physical feature. Okay, so first, India is a vast country. We all know that the landmass is a big. India is a vast country with varied landform. There are different kinds of landform that we have in India. We have mountains, we have plains, we have deserts, plateaus, and island. There are few countries who are just island, who they do not have mountains, but we have mountains and plateaus and deserts and islands as well. Okay, so this is about the first physical feature. Second, we will talk about the soil. So the soil color varies from place to place. There are yellow soil, there are red soil that are available in our country. Okay, and each soil has its own benefits. Okay, so that is why soil color varies from place to place and form different type of rocks. Okay, so soil helps in building up rocks, and then it later on builds a proper physical feature that will make you understand in upcoming slides. But now for you have to understand that soil varies from place to place. It's because of the differentiation of weather as well, and a differentiation of other physical factors and how it is placed, where it has been placed. Okay. So second is the soil color varies from place to place. Okay, and different soil color means different type of rock formation. So this is the second physical feature. Third is India's landmass formed during geological periods. Geological period is basically referred as geological time. Okay, geological time. It is unit for geological a time during which a system of rock was formed. Okay, so we have variety of, we have different type of periods segregated. If I go into detail of this, there is one period called hidden period, then mesozoic period, then protozoic period, which is referred as the period for dinosaurs. Okay, so basically it is the duration of period and time um, in which India's landmass was formed. Okay, so, for example, in history, we study as ancient history, medieval history, and early history. So, we study rocks in geological period. It's same as that. All right. Now, the fourth point is the formation of varied physical features. Now, what is the reason that mountains are different from deserts, and why mountains are placed there and deserts are placed somewhere else? So, what is the reason for such formation of physical features? This can be very easily explained to you all on the basis of this theory called theory of plate tectonics. Okay, so now we will discuss in detail the theory of plate tectonics. What are tectonic plates and what is this theory all about? Okay. So very first thing is the tectonic plates are basically different layers of plates. Okay. So they have almost seven major and minor plates that are that are placed in Earth's crust, and the plates keep moving and causing stress, and this lead to folding, faulting, and volcanic activities. So let me make it easier for you through diagrams. Suppose these are my plates. Okay. So these plates move in different direction. Okay. We'll study its classification later on. So for example, these are plates which move in different direction, and their movement cause stress. Okay. Their movement cause stress and stress within the plates. Okay. Their movement cause stress within the plates and lead to these three different types. Okay. Folding, faulting, and volcanic activities lead to these three different type of activities, which further creates changes in the physical feature. Okay, so these are basically tectonic plate theory. Okay, stress within the plates due to their constant movement, which lead to folding, faulting, and volcanic activity. Okay. Now, majorly the classification are of only three types, which are either they fold or the faulting or the volcanic activities, which happen which happen within the plate. Okay. Now, they are majorly have three different directions that the plates follow. Okay. One is convergent, divergent, and transform boundaries. Okay, so if these are two plates, one is convergence, means one plate and the one plate stress toward the other plate, and second plate also stress towards the first plate and create convergence. Okay, so they basically give stress and cause rise to a physical features. Okay, so whenever two things converge, they basically collide and form a shape. Okay, for example, be it anything, there are two hands coming together, they will converge and form a triangular shape. Okay, so that's how you can imagine, that's how mountains are being formed. All right, so this is convergent. Our second point is divergent. Okay, so these are two plates which are diverging, means going away from each other, exerting pressure against each other. Okay, so when two plates exerts pressure against each other, so obviously there will be a gap. Okay, there will be a gap. Okay, drawing it here, there will be a little gap. So these gap will lead to another type of physical feature. It can be island. Okay, it can be beaches, if in simpler language I have to make you understand. And third are transform boundaries. Transform boundaries are basically like if there are two plates, they move in another direction, as if one is moving towards south, other will move towards north. Okay, so this is transform boundaries. Okay, this changes to another type of physical feature, which can be plateau, which can be plane. Okay, so majorly these are the reasons, and that is why it happens. Okay, it's easier for you to understand through diagrams. It sounds magical how it can happen with nature, but that's fact. Now, we will be studying about Gondwana land. What is Gondwana land? Gondwana land is let's start. India's peninsular part is made from the oldest landform. So earlier, now we know India, South Africa, Australia, South America, they're different countries, but there was a time when all these countries were a part of a single land. Okay, so if we have to if we have to count in today in terms of area, so oldest land of India, which is Gondwana land, were at a point were part together. Okay, later on, due to these tectonic movements and movement of these plates, all the countries got separated. Okay, now Antarctica is no more share boundary with India, right? Australia does not share boundary with India. Arab side, South Africa or America do not share boundaries with India. Okay, so, but there was a time when all the peninsular part that we have today, the triangular part is known as the peninsular part. The peninsular part is the oldest landform. Okay, why? Uh, uh, it is the oldest landform because once it was a part of including all these countries, and this part is known as Gondwana land, where it was single landmass that was shared between these countries. Okay, Australia, South Africa, America, and Antarctica. All right. So this whole land is called Gondwana land. Okay. So I hope this part was clear to you. We will start with another topic of this chapter in next video.